सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। शुकासारिखे पूर्णवैराग्यजाचे वसिष्ठापरिज्ञानयोगेश्वराचे कवी वाल्मिका सारिखा मान्य ऐसा नमस्कार माझा तया रामदासा। गणाधीश जो ईश सर्वा गुणांचा मुळारंभ आरंभ तो निर्गुणाचा। नमो शारदा मूळचत्वार वाचा गमो पंथ अनंत या राघवाचा। जय जय रघुवीर समर्थ। Hariom, I hope you all had a very auspicious Sri Ramanavami. And as we had discussed earlier, it is also Dasanavami. The same day also is the Jayanti of Samarth Ramdas Swami also. Same as his Ishtadevata. He was also born on the same day. So I hope you all had very nice sadhana on that day and celebration also of Bhagavan's Janma. As I had said earlier also, this is a very auspicious day for us, especially this particular Sri Ramanavami, because Bhagavan has returned. In his birthplace, we are celebrating his Janma, and that too in our, in our lifetime we are able to see this. It is all God's grace, right? So let us continue with what Samarth Ramdas Swami is saying to his mind, to all of us, and something that we also should tell to our mind. Last session we saw few shlokas. Mana vasana chukavi erasara. Unless we get that self-knowledge, our life continues even after death. Why? Because the desires are not over, because the vasanas are not over, and therefore we come back to this life. We come back to different janmas, different yonis, different births, but the cycle still continues. And here he is requesting his mind, oh, please do something by which you get rid of these vasanas so that you don't have to come back. Manayatana thorahe garbhavasi. You know, mind, what kind of, problem, what kind of trouble you have to go through when you are in the mother's womb. And therefore, mana sajjana bhetavi raghavasi. Oh, my mind, please be a good mind and make me meet my Lord. Mana sajjana hita maze karave. You should think of my benefit. Raghunayaka dridha chitti dharave. Maharajato Swami Vayu Sutacha Jana Uddhari Natha Lokatrayacha. We have seen these verses, right? Verse number, not seen? Not seen? Okay. 21st we have seen, I think. 21st we have seen. 22nd we have to see. Chalo, let us read. Mana sajjana hita माझे करावे रघुनायका दृढ चित्ती धरावे महाराजतो स्वामी वायू सुताचा जना उद्धरीनाथ लोकत्रयाचा, जय जय रघुवीर समर्थ. He says, Mana Sajjana, oh my noble mind, hita माझे करावे. You should think of my benefit. Hita means benefit. You should do things by which I will progress. Now, sometimes, when we are discussing all these things, some people get this doubt, Vedji, who is talking to whose mind? You are talking to but your mind is you. What is happening? See, earlier also in Vedanta, etc., we study, Antahkarana has got 4 aspects. Mana, Buddhi, Chitta and Ahankara. Where each of those aspects have got particular work, particular functionality. Actually, all of them are thoughts only, but what kind of thought it is, based on that we segregate them into 4 categories. So, Manas, when you say mind means what? The kind of thoughts which are based on emotions, which are fluctuating, which are continuously changing. Sankalpa vikalpatmakam manaha. Shankaracharya says in Tattvabodha, Sankalpa vikalpatmakam manaha. So that is called as mind. Those kind of thoughts are called as mind. Now what is intellect? Nishchayatmika buddhi. When you take a decision, when you start, the thoughts are of the nature of logic, then those thoughts are termed as intellect. Chitta, chintana kartru chittam. Chitta, generally in the context of Antahkarana Chatushtaya, chitta refers to memory, that which remembers, recollects. Ahankartru ahankaraha. And the 4th one is the I thought, which supplies I to the remaining 3. So I feel, I think, I remember. So when I say I feel, that feeling is mind, I is from ahankara. When I say I am thinking, let me think, let me understand. What is this? Thinking is being done by buddhi, I is being provided by ahankara. And when I say yeah, I remember. Now when I say I remember, remembrance is done by smriti, which is called as chitta, and I is provided by ahankara. This is generally how it works. However, we must remember that these words are many of the times interchangeably used. Sometimes chitta is used for the entire Antahkarana. Sometimes buddhi is used for entire Antahkarana. Sometimes manas is used for entire Antahkarana. So these are not compartmentalized words. So when we say chitta shuddhi, for example, in Vedanta we say chitta shuddhi, purity of. Now there we are not talking about purity of memory. Memory need not be purified. No? What are we talking about? Purity of mind. So there that word chitta is used as a general term for mind or Antahkarana. However, here when we are talking to our mind, it is the dialogue between buddhi and manas, intellect and mind. They both are having conversation. Puja Gurudev used to say one very beautiful thing. He used to say that actually Guru is our buddhi. Guru is buddhi. And Shishya is who? Mind. So if you see any Guru Shishya Samvada, very famous Guru Shishya Samvada is Srimad Bhagavad Gita. If you see that, all the arguments that Arjuna is giving are based on mind, because he doesn't want to kill, because he thinks these are my people. And to those arguments of the mind, Sri Krishna is talking from the standpoint of buddhi. And then he says, you see, you are not thinking rightly. Why? Because ultimately nobody kills anybody. So right from that highest standpoint of self, and then standpoint of jiva, then standpoint of the body, in all standpoints he explains. So the dialogue is between one's own buddhi and one's own mind. So when this dialogue is happening, mana sajjana hita maze karave, your intellect has to converse with your mind. Mind is very much part of your being, your personality, right? And therefore you are telling mind, please do things by which overall personality, overall being will be benefited. Sometimes otherwise, people get this doubt, who is talking to whom? My mind is only talking to my own mind or what? You can say thought is talking to thought, but that thought in the form of intellect is talking to the mind. Mana sajjana hita maze karave. You should do things by which are for my benefit. How? What should I do? Raghu nayaka dridha chitti dharave. You should hold. Dharave. Dhrudhara dhatu. Sanskrit word also. From Sanskrit only it has come. Dharave means to hold. What should I hold? Dridha. Dridha means strongly. What you should hold? Raghu nayaka. You should hold Bhagavan Sri Rama, Raghu Nayaka, who is the leader of the Raghu Amsha. He is a king in the Raghu Amsha. That Sri Rama, Dridha Chitti Dharavi. You should hold him very dear, very strong, very close to your mind. Maharajato Swami Vayu Sutasa. That Lord, whom we are calling as Raghu Nayaka, he is a Maharaja. He is the emperor. He is the king. And Vayu Sutata Swami. He is also the master of Hanumanji. Vayu Suta. Vayu Devata. Suta, his son. That is Hanumanji. Maharajato Swami Vayu Sutasa. Jana Uddhari Natha Lokatrayacha. And don't just think that he is a human being born as Dashratha and Kausalya's son. No. He is Natha Lokatrayacha. He is the Lord of all the three worlds. Jana Uddhari, and he uplifts all the beings. He is Lord. He is also the king. He is also the master of Hanumanji, and he is Lord also. So please remember this, and therefore hold him dear to your own mind. Now you see few things we must reflect. Yeah, right? If you see the story of Ramayana, one beautiful story comes in Ramacharita In other places also it comes, where Sati, Lord Shiva's wife, gets this doubt. So the story is that Lord Shiva and Sati, both of them, have gone to Kumbhaja Rishi to listen to Ramayana, and they have listened to the entire Ramayana. And Bhagavan, Lord Shiva always likes listening to Sri Rama's story. His Ishtadevata is Sri Rama, no? So he likes. So when they are returning back to Kailasa, on the earth, in one of the Brahmandas, actually the Ramayana is happening. The story of Ramayana is eternal. In every Chaturyuga, Ramayana keeps happening, isn't it? So when they are returning, actually the story of Ramayana is happening on the earth, and therefore when Lord Shiva is going, the scene that is going on the earth is that Ravana has kidnapped Sita ji. And Bhagavan Sri Rama along with Lakshmana is there in that forest and he is crying. If you read, see, Valmiki Ramayana is a very interesting text, okay? Sometimes you should read Valmiki Ramayana, because what happens in that, Bhagavan is shown as an ordinary being. So ordinary human being. So all the emotions of human beings, probably in much more, dramatized way, are shown there. Dramatized way, not in the sense of it was not there, but for us it is, too much. We have our own idea of Sri Rama, how Sri Rama will be. If you read Valmiki Ramayana, sometimes you will get some shock. Why? Because he is shown so emotional. When Bharatji comes and tells him that, father is no more, because he doesn't know, he left Ayodhya and then Dasharatha Maharaj has died, and then Bharatji comes there and he asks so many questions to Bharatji, whether this is happening rightly, that is happening right, etc. And how is father, etc. Then when Bharatji tells that father is no more, he faints. Because of sorrow he faints. Sri Rama. And not only once, many times in the entire story he faints because of sorrow. When that Lakshmana has got that Sarpastra, Nagastra is used on him, and because of that he has fallen unconscious, and Sanjivani is to be brought, he falls unconscious. Sri Rama also falls unconscious. Looking at Lakshmana, he falls, saying that what will I do? And if you read that entire episode where after Sitaji's Apharana, when he is talking to all the all the different elements in forest, you will say, what is happening? Every single thing he's asking to the birds, he's asking to the trees, he's asking to the animals, he's asking to the road, he's asking to the clouds, where is my Sita, where is my Sita, how can I live without Sita? And Lakshmana's, that kind of thing is also shown there, that Lakshmana wants to help Sri Rama but doesn't know what to do. He's consoling him, please, please, oh my brother, please take care, don't think too much about it, she will be fine. But he is just, crying continuously. So when Sati and Lord Shiva, both of them are going from Vimana Marga, and then Lord Shiva sees and he says, Bhagavan, you are great. And Sati says, what great? This is your Lord? You worship him? Do you meditate on him? Is he your Ishtadevata? He looks like a common man. Nobody cries over their wife, separation so much. How much he is crying? So Lord Shiva tries to explain it is not like that. He is playing a role. He has to, Sati somehow does not believe. She still has this doubt that how can Lord of the universe be crying in a forest that his wife is separated? How can that happen? So then Lord Shiva says, okay, if you are not convinced, go and check for yourself. So Sati ji comes there to check whether this Rama that Lord Shiva is talking about, whether he is actually Lord of the universe, Sri Rama, or not. And what she does is, she takes form of Sita ji and comes there and says, if he thinks that I am Sita, then that means he is an ordinary being. He doesn't even know. So she comes as Sita ji and appears in front of Bhagavan, who is searching for Sita ji, mind you. So far the story has not progress, that he doesn't know Ravana is kidnapped. He doesn't know anything. He just saw that she is not there. So when suddenly he is looking and he looks at her, he immediately prostrates and says, Mate, what are you doing here? Where is Pashupati? Where is Pashupati Nath? Where is Bhagavan? You are roaming here alone. This is a very dangerous forest. You should not roam alone. So Sati immediately understands that I made a mistake. So she takes her original form again and she says, no, I just wanted to meet you, etc. Sri Rama also understands what has happened. So he says, okay, don't worry. If you need anything, you let me know. Otherwise, let me continue. And then again he starts shouting, oh, where is my Sita? Where is my Sita? And Sati ji, confused now fully, she turns. When she turns to go, everywhere she sees, she starts to see Sri Rama standing there with Lakshmana and Sita ji. Another place she says, again she sees Sri Rama, Lakshmana and Sita ji. Everywhere she starts seeing this. And then she understands he is really the Lord of the universe. The story continues further that, Lord Shiva is very angry on Sati. Because you see, you doubt me is okay. You doubt my Lord? That is not acceptable. And therefore he doesn't speak to her. And he goes in that meditation. Eventually, after he comes out of meditation, she asks to go to the Daksha's yaga, father's yaga, etc. and gives up her body. And then again is born as Parvati, and then she reunites with Lord Shiva. Till that time, Lord Shiva has not spoken to her. You imagine. Okay. So, we never should get this doubt that how can that be Lord of the universe? He looks like ordinary. You see, greatest power of the Lord is to keep that power hidden. That is the greatest power of the Lord. See, I always say this, we have one small good quality, or we think we have a good quality and we can't control it. Suppose somebody thinks that they know singing. Then anywhere we go and some people are singing there, then that inner urge to show that I can also sing, it comes out. And then slowly we start going closer to the mic, and whoever is singing, some bhajan satsang is going on, we go to some temple, then we go and sit next to that person and we also start singing. And then person says, you want to sing? Then we will say, no, you please sing. 2-3 times we will say no also. Then the person will say again, one bhajan, one. Okay. One quality we think we have and we can't control it. In any conversation, if we know even one word about the topic of the conversation, we want to say it. Isn't it? We can't keep quiet. The greatest power of the Lord is to keep all his powers hidden. That is, so many times because Bhagavan Sri Rama has not demonstrated his powers openly in all the situations, people think that he is not Lord. That's not the case. Please never think like this. In our tradition, Sri Rama and Sri Krishna both are Purna avatars. In many traditions, they consider only Sri Krishna as Purna avatar because he has demonstrated. But we have to understand what is the purpose of each avatar. Sri Rama avatar's purpose itself is to show how an ideal human being should be. So naturally, he is living like a human being. He is not showing his power all the times. Whereas Bhagavan Sri Krishna's avatar itself has happened to put, fear in the demon's mind and to show his Aishwarya. That's why he has come. So right from his birth, all kinds of things he has done. The moment he is born, all the soldiers, etc., who are guarding that prison, they faint. All the doors open. Everything. Miracle is naturally part of Sri Krishna's life. That is because that is the purpose. You see, Bhagavan is the director of the entire show, no? So when in one movie he casts himself in a simple role, he will not show all the things. He possesses that power but will not demonstrate every power there. So never we should have this doubt. How can Bhagavan be Lord of the three universe and then still is born? Why not? He is the director. Director can cast himself in any role. Isn't it? And according to role, he will fit in. That doesn't mean he has become ordinary. Bhagavan Sri Rama has never become ordinary. He is great. He remains great. Right? So, he is born in Raghuvamsha, therefore he is the great king of Raghuvamsha. He is the emperor. He is also the master of Hanumanji and all these things. That is also true. But we should not forget Natha Lokatrayacha. He is the Natha. Natha means one who uplifts all the three worlds. Jana Uddhari. He is the one who uplifts all the people, in all the three worlds. That is what he is. And you see, in last few days, I took some sessions on Adhyatmik Ramayana. They are available on YouTube. Those who have not seen can watch it. I'm sure many of you have already seen it. There we were discussing this one topic that monkeys represent our mind, our thoughts. And they are always scattered. They keep jumping from one place to another. And under the rule of Sugriva, how they all become, targeted and focused on one goal, on one mission. And that is how they are able to help Bhagavan Sri Rama to find Sita ji and to get her back. Now, if we focus on Hanumanji also, he is also born as a monkey. But you see, his devotion for Bhagavan is so much that he has got the stature of God because of Sri Rama. You will not see anything like this happening in any of our other stories. Lord Ganesha is Lord. Kartikeya is Lord. Durga, Saraswati, Lakshmi, Vishnu, Shiva, they are Lord. Sri Rama, Sri Krishna being avatars, Parshurama, Narasimha, they are avatars, therefore they are God. Here, Hanumanji is born as a monkey, but he is worshipped as God. We have temples of Hanumanji. We have Ishtadevata, people who consider Hanumanji as Ishtadevata. How? That is the power of Bhagavan's bhakti. It is always seen that when he was under Sugriva, he was very less known. Not many people knew who is Hanumanji. Everybody knew who is Vali, who is Sugriva. They were well known. Hanumanji was not well known. But when he becomes Bhagavan's Shishya, Bhagavan's Bhakta, then his name, he jumps also across the ocean and finds Sita ji, and he becomes one of the central characters thereafter. If you see Ramayana also, till Sundarkanda, even mention of Hanumanji is not there. In Kishkinda Kanda only he is introduced. Before that he is not even there, part of any story. But after that Kishkinda Kanda, you see Sundarkanda is the central character. So that is what we see. That is the power of God. So what is being told to the mind? Mind, you hold on to Bhagavan's name like this. Haven't you seen what happens to his disciples? Haven't you seen what happens to his devotees? That's what will happen to you. You hold on to Bhagavan's name. You hold on to Bhagavan in your heart. That's the point. See, he will save you. In Sanskrit class also we had seen one Subhashita. Yena shukli krita hamsaha. Shukasya hariti krita. Mayura shitrita yena sate vrittim vidasyati. I had heard this from Guruji once. He says, Yena shukli kritaha hamsaha. One, the Lord of the universe, who has made all the hamsas, swans, white. They are, very such a white color is known because of them. Shukasya hariti kritaha, and all the parrots are made green. Mayuraha chitrita yena, and peacocks are so beautifully painted by whom? Don't you think he will take care of you? Sate vrittim vidasyati. Why are you worrying? He is all powerful Lord. He will protect you. You just do one thing. You hold on to his name. You hold on to him. And he will take care of everything. Now, this thought is what is further elaborated in coming verses also. Hold on to Bhagavan and he will take care of you. Right? So, that's what we will see in few shlokas. Let us read. First, he says that how you should hold on to Bhagavan. That you should give up all the other useless things. That is how you should do that. Let us see. Next verse number 23. न बोले मना राघवे वीण काही जनी वाउगे बोलता सुख नाही घडी ने घडी काळ आयुष्य नेतो देहांती तुला कोण सोडू पाहतो जय जय रघुवीर समर्थ. Beautiful verse. He says, Nabole mana raghave veena kahi. Oh my mind, mana. Raghave veena kahi nabole. Please do not speak about anything other than God, other than Sri Rama. Jani vauge bolata sukh nahi. Even if you talk about something of the world, what happiness are you going to get out of it? Whom we should talk about? We should talk about Bhagavan. We should talk about Bhagavan's glory. We should talk about glory of his name. We should talk about his devotees and how they got, that knowledge, that devotion for Lord. That is what we should talk about. All the other worldly talks, what are we going to get by it? Ghadi ne ghadi kala ayushya neto. Every moment, one after the other, the moments keep coming, and kala ayushya neto, the time takes away your life. Dehanti tula kona sodu pahato. But dehanti, when the body is going to die, anti means at the end of the body, who is going to protect you? It is the Lord only who is going to protect me. No, I was very much master of politics, and I have written books and books on politics. So those books will save you when the end time comes. No, Veji, don't say like this. I'm a well-reputed academician. Okay, what have you studied? I've studied Ramayana. Okay, very good. Like what? The PhD thesis, etc. My PhD thesis was in Ramayana. And okay, what have you understood? I have found out in Valmiki Ramayana how many times Raghava word is used for Sri Rama. That was my PhD thesis. Okay, very good. Congratulations. What happened because of that? Unless it creates some devotion for him, what is the purpose of all these studies? If studies of good texts are also done, good texts in the sense spiritual texts which can save us, if that study is also taken up by us for worldly purpose, what is the use of that? I study this so that I can talk nicely. And what will you do by talking nicely? No, then I can, I can capture people's heart. Okay, after that, what will you do with that? Okay, you have now captured people's heart. Then people will start knowing me. So then what will happen by that? No, I will become popular. My one video goes there and so many likes are there. So many clicks. Do you know how many followers I have? Okay, followers on what? Social media. Today you see what is happening. People are doing stupid things to get that followers. And what is the use of all these things at the end? Some time back when Facebook etc. was the only social media thing going on, they used to say you will have 2000 people on Facebook as your friends, but in real life nobody will be there when some emergency situation comes. But at least in Facebook you knew people who were there. Now to social media has gone to such an extent, you don't even know. Why are you wasting your time and life on that? Talking about this or that or that or that. Why? For what? मना न बोले मना राघवे वीण काय, जनी वाऊगे बोलता सुख नाही. Useless वाऊगे, it is said. All other talks. Anya vacho vimunchatha. Upanishad itself says. Give up all the other kinds of useless talks. Mundaka Upanishad, it is there. When the time comes, who will save? Only God will save. Bhajagovindam, first verse. Bhajagovindam, Bhajagovindam, Govindam Bhajamudamate. Samprapte sannihite kale nahi nahi rakshati dukrun karane. Bhagavan Shankaracharya is telling, when the end time comes, samprapte, when it is prapta, when it is attained, what? Sannihita kala, when the end of life is attained, dukrun karane etc., whatever you have studied in your life, that is not going to save us. Only Bhagavan will save. And therefore what we should do? We should put all our efforts in realizing the nature of this Lord, being with God, inculcating that devotion and remaining with Bhagavan. That is the only thing worth doing. But Vedji, then why are we studying? We are studying this text with the hope that by studying this, devotion will come to our heart. If that does not come, then the study is wasted. If little bit of change happens in our life, if we are able to control our mind little bit and able to put our mind in Bhagavan, that is the success of any study, any text. Otherwise, text after text we keep studying and we keep telling other people also, last 40 years I have been listening. And then there are many people I meet also. I had listened to Swami Chinmaya once. When Swami Chinmaya had come there, they will not even call Gurudev or nothing. That devotion etc. is not there. But we had listened to him at that time, and then I humbly say, I never met Swamiji. Why? I was not born at that time. So I never met Puja Gurudev. But what to do? I had listened to him in Mumbai, in Chowpatty, he used to take classes, and then in Bangalore there, and in Hyderabad, in Chennai, in here and there. Okay, fine, very good. You are lucky to meet Puja Gurudev. To meet Mahatmas is not easy. What have you done after that? That is more important. By God's grace, when we meet Mahatmas, did it bring any change? If it has, then there is success of meeting that Mahatma. I have observed this with so many people. Actually, the people who will not even talk about all these things will be the people who have actually changed. They will be around you, you don't even know that person has got so much of study. And he has studied under some Mahatma and he has done. So many humble people, so many such great people are there. Even now they are there. And their life is dedicated to this. Whenever I speak about such, one person that I always remember is, our dear Uncle Mani. He was in Mumbai. Oh, what a great person. His talks on Valmiki Ramayana, Puja Gurudev used to come to inaugurate those talks in our Sandipani ashram, etc. And when I got chance to meet Uncle Mani, he was 93-year-old. And I had written some article in one of the our magazines of Chinmaya Mission Mumbai, and the article got printed and Uncle Mani called me. He said, you don't know me, but I read your article and I loved your article. You imagine 93-year-old person, wow, what is there? And he spoke to me, how we should do and, so much of work we can do. Gurudev's vision, we have to take it forward, and so much of inspiration he gave me. The person that I never met, and then later on when I met him, tears in my eyes, and he never spoke about I had so much of, Sahvasa of Puja Gurudev, I stayed with him for nothing. Such a humble person, but so much well learned. He used to take, he's one of the pioneers of our Chinmaya Mission's Balvihars. Study groups. He started the study groups, and now also everywhere those study groups are going, he was the person who started. Madhuri Ben, all of them, such a wonderful people are there all around. Why? Because they didn't just come in contact with Gurudev, they didn't just study the text, they got transformed. And then they are transforming so many other people. If at all we should be, we should be doing something, no, we should be doing this. We should make our Gurudev's name to be taken with pride by doing work like this. Where we should feel that anybody who comes to know, they should say that, oh, he's Swami Chinmayananji's student, he's their disciple, he's Chinmaya Mission member. People should know us by this. Why? Because we should show that the study of the scriptures brings change in life. If study is only going to give me knowledge which I am going to use for my name and fame and money, then I am studying spirituality just like any other subject. If our vision is different, no, I tell you, every single subject can teach you so many things. Even mathematics can change your life. Physics can change your life. That should be taken in that way. That is what we should do. Every single study that we are taking up, whatever it should bring a change in our life. We should feel closer to God. We should feel that the more and more devotion and positive qualities have increased in me. That is what is, to be done in life. That is what is going to save us at the end of life. Nothing else is going to save us. Nobody, does it matter at the end of life whether you had graduation or post-graduation or doctorate or postgraduate or doctorate or double? I am not saying don't do all that. I am not saying that. Do all that, but remember what is the purpose of doing all that. Do. If it is required for the work, you do. But keep the focus and keep it clear what is going to give me that final state. Dehanti tula kon sodu. There is only one person who will be able to save us at the end, and that is God. And therefore our entire focus should remain on God. Na bole mana raghave venakai. And you see, it is very difficult. I tell you, because we humans know, we are so much used to talking. And when we don't have topics, we keep on bringing new topics, and we keep talking about all the nonsense things that don't matter at all. But what to do? That's how we are. So again, we have to pray to God only, saying that, God, please make sure that I don't talk anything else other than you. And that's why our ancestors, they were so clever. They started to, bring this entire philosophy into our life. When we meet anybody, we say Ram Ram. Isn't it? Ram Ram is our usual thing in India. When we are going also, we say Ram Ram. Chalo, now I will go. When we used to take phone, we used to say Jai Shri Ram. Hello, etc. is not our culture. If you have to start with God's name. It will remind you of that. All our names in our culture, children's names are of God. Isn't it traditionally? You see, most of the people who are present even now, their name is on God. Why? Because if I have to call somebody also, I will take God's name. At least it will remind me of that. Na bole mana raghave venakai. Don't speak of anything else other than Bhagwan. Anyways, those useless talks are not going to be of any help. This is tough. And it requires lots and lots of practice. Nobody is saying it is easy. Just because we discussed it today, it is not going to happen from tomorrow. It won't happen like that. But at least the thought should be there that what am I doing? Why am I wasting my time in doing all these things? Let me focus. How will it happen? Every day spend some time specifically for this. Spend some time in study, spend some time in Japa, spend some time in front of Bhagavan doing puja or chanting stotra or whatever, reading some text. Every day, spend some time. Isn't it part of everyday life of all of us? We used to have evening when it will start to become little dark, we will light lamp in front of the altar and then we will chant something. Shubham karoti kalyanam arogyam dhana sampada shatru buddhi vinashaya deepat jyotir namostute. Then whatever stotra is there, the elders will chant, then automatically what will happen? Children will also come there, sit, and they also will start chanting. They always say, family that eats together stays together. That is true. No, nobody is saying no, but family that prays together grows together. When they come together and sit in front of Bhagavan, and this was part of our just see 15-20 years back, we used to do that every time. I don't know, now also there will be many people who will be doing it. It should become part of our life. Why? Because if 24 hours we are not able to do it, at least for some time we give up all other things and focus. Slowly that will keep bringing good thoughts in our mind, and we can extend that period also. When we go to the holy places, when we go for yatra, etc., we should focus on Bhagavan. Many of the times it happens that we are focusing on everything else other than Bhagavan. Where are we going to stay, and what are we going to do, and where are we going to eat, and what is the marketplace here, what is speciality of this place. You are going to a holy place. See which temple is there, what is the history of that temple, which Mahatma stays there. Go and meet that Mahatma, be with him, not that disturb him, etc., but be with that person, just in the presence. That kind of things we should do. If we won't bring that change, nobody will. Okay, so as the students of Vedanta, as disciples of Puja Gurudev, we should think of all these things very seriously. Study should not be just for the sake of study. Study should bring that purity in our heart. And take example, take inspiration from all the people who are around you, who are living this kind of life. I remember one Mahatma one Swamiji had told me one story of a Mahatma. He used to stay near Tiruvannamalai, and when anybody will go to meet him, he will throw stones at them. He will throw stones at them. So nobody used to go near him, and people used to call him by some name. Then he used to throw stones. So one day this Swamiji also, at that time I was a young brahmachari and just sitting there on mountain, etc., and he was just sitting there, and this Mahatma came and sat next to him and gave him something to eat. So Swamiji at that time, brahmachari, he said, it was such a relief for me because I did not get anything, I did not get any bhiksha, etc., and suddenly this Swamiji is giving me. And then that Mahatma said that you must be hungry, so please eat something. So he ate, and then that Mahatma was, talking to him and, telling him few stories of Bhagavan, etc. There also Ramana Maharshi, etc. Then Swamiji asked that, why do you throw stones at other people? He says, because, such a holy place, such a nice place, people will come and ask some stupid questions about their worldly life, etc. And, people will ask anything. They will come to some Swamiji. I have also seen so many times, we are sitting with Guruji, Swami Tejomananji, and people will come and ask him anything. They will say, what will happen in 2024 election? That's not my job. Election, politics is not my topic, no. How will I know what is going to happen? No, but do you get in? So he used to say, they will talk about world, and then I also have to talk about world. Therefore, I throw stones at them so they don't come close to me only. The Mahatmas are very interesting around, you see. And we are exact opposite. We go and find people who will talk about the world. We form groups who are equal-minded people. Equal-minded people means who all of us will come together and will talk about some useless topic. Movies, politics, cricket, sports, this, that is what we love. And then we ask question, Veji, it is so difficult to put mind in God. Obviously, because mind is so much filled with all these things. What will happen then? All of us are in the same boat. Mind is so much filled with the world. Where is the place for God? So then what you do? You empty that mind first. Empty the mind. Then Bhagavan can come there and stay there. Na bole mana raghave veena. You see, it may appear that I am being harsh and telling too many things. Okay? But please understand that I am not telling this to you at all. I am telling to myself that I should start doing all these things. Where am I wasting my time in talking about world? Na bole mana raghave veena. Mind, don't think of anything else, don't talk of anything else. Right? That is what he says. Now what? He continues. Not just you should not talk about anything else, don't do also things which are going to again bring you in the world. He says, let us see, verse number 24. Raghu Nayaka Veenavaya Shinave Jana Sarikhe Vyarthakavo Sanave Sada Sarvada Namavache Vasode Ahanta Mani Papini Te Nasode Jai Jai Raghuveer Samartha. He says, Raghunayaka Veena, without Raghunayaka, without Sri Rama, Vaya Shinave. Vaya means for what? Shinave means putting efforts. Why exhaust yourself in all those activities which don't have Sri Rama in it? You know that famous story of Hanumanji? After the entire battle etc. was over and Bhagavan brought Sita ji back to Ayodhya and Bhagavan was, made the emperor, that he was made the king, he was made the emperor, and then gifts were being given and Sita ji gave that mala to Hanumanji. And afterwards, he saw in a corner, Hanumanji is opening every single gem and checking whether there is something, and then he threw. Isn't it? See, story is to explain us what? Hanumanji was not ready to accept that gift, even if that gift has lot of value. You imagine the gift by itself, worldly aspect itself has got lot of value because it is made up of gems. Emotional value is also there because it is given by mother. Sita ji has given it. He says, even then, where there is no Rama, I don't want it. In our language also that phrase is there. Na? In Hindi also we say, isme kuch Ram nahi hai. Means there is nothing in it. See? Means thing will get a value when there is Bhagavan there. Means every single effort that we are putting should have some association with Bhagavan. If that is not there, then what is the purpose? Raghunayaka Veenavaya Shinave Jana Sarike Vyarthaka Vosanave. He says, Jana Sarike, like all other people, Vyartha, useless, ka Vosanave. Why talk in vain about all the other useless things like all other people? Why to do that? Sada Sarvada Nama Vache Vasode. What should happen? Sada, always, Sarvada, at all times, by all means, Nama, the name of the Lord, Vache Vasode, may it stay in your Vani, in your speech. May the name of the Lord remain in your speech. Ahanta Mani Papini Te Nasode. Ahanta, this ego which is there, which is Papini. Samarth Ramdas Swami says she is the dangerous, most dangerous Papinis, sinful. Who is that? That is ego. Ahanta. Money in the mind, Nasode, let it not be there. Why he is calling Ahankara as Papini, as the greatest enemy? Because you see, when we have certain negative tendencies, some desire is there, for example, or anger, we get angry very quickly, or greed is there. If these negativities are there, at some point of time, because of guilt, we will leave all these things. Guilt can cure so many of our negativities. Now, when we feel bad that we should not have done that, we start throwing negativities out. But ahankara is not removed, because ahankara is backing that also. Guilt is also backed by ahankara only. So when you are removing negativities also, ahankara is still there, helping you to remove negativity. So ahankara doesn't go. That's why ahankara is the most dangerous enemy, greatest enemy. And therefore it is said, let it not be there. And you see, there is one way of only negative instructions. Don't think about the world, don't speak about the world, don't act for worldly purpose. That's one thing. But how it is done is, here it is replaced by positive thing, where they are saying that speak Bhagwan's name, act in such a way that it will help Bhagwan's cause, it will take you closer to Bhagwan. This is called divinizing the mind. This is called divinizing the mind. You are not just getting rid of negativities, but you are inculcating positivities. Earlier also we had seen this. We have to replace. Why? Empty mind is devil's workshop. We already know that. So not just negative instruction, positive instruction is also given. Sada sarvada nama vacheva sode. Ahanta mani papini tina sode. Let Bhagwan's name remain in your speech. That is what should happen. Oh Bhagwan, oh Lord, by your grace only all these things can happen. Make sure that this happens with me. That is what prayer also we should do. When we go to some temple, people always ask, should we ask something from God or no? I said, that is up to you. That I am not going to say anything. But what we should ask, that is also very important. We should ask from Bhagwan only that may I get more and more devotion from you. From you, I should get devotion for you. That's what. Why? Because even that I am not capable of. Without your help, even bhakti for you will not come. Please give me little vairagya also, so that I will get rid of these worldly things in my life. Ask for such things, and Bhagwan will give. That is the topic which will come also in other two verses, but that is what it is. Now what? Now Ramdas Swami says, oh my mind, I am giving you too many instructions, please don't get irritated. Understand why I am telling this again and again. That's what he says. Let us read verse number 25. मना वीटमानू नको बोलण्याचा, पुढे मागुता राम जोडेल कैचा, सुखाची घडी लोटता सुख आहे, पुढे सर्व जाईल काही न राहे, जय जय रघुवीर समर्थ. He says, Mana, oh my mind, वीटमानू नको बोलण्याचा. I am saying too many things, please don't get irritated. It's a very beautiful word in Marathi, वीट आलाय मला नुसता सारखं सांगत असतात. All the time people are talking and giving me instructions. I am now fed up. Wheat. Another meaning of wheat is also there. Wheat also means brick. But that is wheat. Brick, no brick. But this is a very special word in Marathi. Wheat alay नुसतं. काय ते सारखं. How many times you are telling the same thing? So the mind is telling, what are you doing? Telling me same thing again and again and again. Samarth Ramdas Swami says, please don't get irritated, don't get fed up because I am telling the things again and again. Why? Pudhe maguta Rama jodela kaicha. Without doing that, how will you ever get that devotion for Lord? So repetition is the only way to change mind. Repetition is the only way to change mind. For good or for bad, both ways. We start doing wrong things also by repetition. Mind gets into bad habits, and mind gets into good habits also by repetition only. In 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna asks, when Bhagavan has given the entire upadesha of meditation, etc., how your mind should be, manasaha amani bhave, etc., mind should become no mind, and such a high level of instructions, etc., Bhagavan Shri Krishna has given. Arjuna says, wait, Lord, I have one doubt. What? Chanchalam hi manah Krishna pramati balavadridam tasyaham nigraham manne vayoriva sudushkaram. Lord, you are telling me all these things, I accept, they must be true, but I know my mind. My mind is extremely turbulent, very strong. To control that mind is like controlling Vayu. Vayu means, storm. It is like controlling storm. You can't control storm. If house is there in between, that house also will go. If building is there, building will go. If a village is there, village will go in that storm. He says like that, Bhagavan, you are telling me to do meditate, sit and meditate, okay. But my mind, I know how strong it is. What should I do? And Bhagavan says, Shri Krishna says there, Asamshayam Mahabaho, Mano Durnigraham Chalam, Abhyasena tu Kaunteya, Vairagyena Chagrihyate. There also Bhagavan gives him same solution. He says, I agree, Arjuna, that it is very turbulent, it is very strong, and the control of mind is difficult. But the first way of that control is Abhyasa. Abhyasa means repetition. Doing it over and over again. Don't stop till you get it. Today you told the mind did not listen. Tell it again tomorrow. Get up early in the morning, sit in front of Bhagavan, do some japa. You keep telling the mind will say no, mind will do all other things. Doesn't matter, keep telling. Samarth Ramdas Swami says here to the mind, don't get irritated because I am telling, things to you again and again. Why? Because again and again telling is the only way. Without that, how you are ever going to have this devotion for God? In Bhaja Govindam also Shankaracharya says the same thing. Vyartham kuppyasi. Unnecessarily you are getting angry on me when he is giving Upadesha. Mind, don't get angry on me. Don't think that what is this, you are going round and round telling us same thing again and again. What to do? If once we would have told and mind would have listened, then 205 slokas are not required. Only one shloka would have been sufficient. Samarth Ramdas Swami told, we learned, we told our mind listened, it would have been happen, but it doesn't happen like that. We have to keep telling the mind again and again and again. Abhyasa is the only way. If we don't do that, then Sukhachi ghadi lotata sukha hai. Joy will go, sorrow will come. Pudhe sarva jail kai na rahe. And you will go further and nothing will remain. Means what? See, life is combination of all these things. One moment happiness, next moment sorrow. One moment gain, next moment separation, loss. That will keep on happening. What you should do, mind? You focus on Bhagavan. Let all these things continue. That's how life is. Don't fight too much for it. I should always be in nice situation. Most of us now, we know how our health is, no? There is an age up to which you can ask people, how are you? They will tell, all okay. After certain age, people also understand and they say, Swamiji, don't ask us this question, how are you? Why? Something or the other keeps happening. Today this is the problem, tomorrow that is the problem, day after tomorrow that is the problem. One stomach ache is there, then stomach ache goes away, then headache comes, then headache goes away, then back is paining, legs are paining, hands are paining, joints are paining. No part of the body is there which does not pain. Why? Today this, tomorrow that, that will keep on happening. And sometimes it will be nice also. Then you start wondering, how come today all the things are nice? What is wrong with me that nothing is wrong with me? We start thinking about all those things also. And that is how life is. Let it continue. You focus on Bhagavan. मनावीट मानू नको बोलण्याचा, पुढे मागुता राम जोडेल कैचा, सुखाची घडी लोटता सुख. Here sukha means dukkha. There are two words. You see, Sukhachi ghadi lotata, Sukha. Sukha means Sukha. Sukha means nothing is there. Sorrow. Pudhe sarva jaila kai na rahe. Everything will go. Everything will get separated from you. Everything will vanish. Nothing will remain. So what is the point? That point he will make in the next verse, where he will say, don't spend too much of time in procuring and protecting this body and all the things associated with body. Don't do all that. Don't waste your time in that. What he will say later on, why should I tell now? That we will see later. But now the point that Samarth Ramdas Swami is telling is, you focus on Lord. Oh, my mind, focus on Lord. Don't get irritated because I am telling you again and again. Okay, that is the only way to bring about change. We have to. That's why in our tradition, that's why the same thing we chant every day. Why? Because we know repetition is the only way. Though in Vishnu Sahasranama it is said very clearly that if you remember Bhagavan even once, you will get mukti. Yeah, but that doesn't happen now. Why? Because that remembrance once is not remembering only Bhagavan. Na? We think of so many other things also. For that one thing to happen, we have to go through so much of sadhana. So every day, get up, do the same thing again. All right. Those social media memes are there, na? Eat, sleep, enjoy, repeat. Eat, sleep, enjoy, repeat. Like that, we should have our own memes. Not memes like that, but for our own mind. Get up, do your sadhana, repeat. Get up, do your sadhana, repeat. Repeat, repeat. Every day, repeat. Keep on talking with the mind. Keep on, listening to good thoughts. Keep on reading good books. Keep on, listening to, some Mahatmas lectures. Keep on studying. Listen to the glory of the Lord. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnoho Smaranam. By all means, keep on doing it. Never ask this question, what have you got by doing it again and again for such a long time? See, this is another thing. We must have seen in our grandparents, our parents, etc. They used to do one simple thing for a long time. And we don't understand value of it, and then we ask, oh, you did it for 30 years, what have you got? You don't understand what they have got. There may be nothing to show outside what they have got. You went to the temple 30. I remember my own grandfather used to go. And we also, after some time, used to get irritated that you are not well, you are not healthy. Why are you going? So he used to say, no. All other things are temporary. My going to temple is permanent. I will go. That is what we should learn. I remember my grandmother had open heart surgery. But they had already decided that they want to go for Wari, Pandharpur Yatra after my grandfather retires. That was the year when he got retirement. And she just finished open heart surgery. In 3 months, Wari is there. And she said, I am going. Open heart surgery at that time. I am telling some 30 years back maybe. Maybe more than that. She said, I am going. So everybody said, you can't walk for such a long. She said, what will happen? I will die now. Best thing. Best place to die is during Wari. Rather than here on the bed dying, that is better. And I tell you, she went, she came back, she lived for more 20-25 years. Nothing happened to her. What for what? So clear in their mind. And all the people around used to wonder, what are they wasting their life on? They are going here, they are going there, they are not doing any party, they are going for class. What class? But once you get the taste of it, once you understand, then you know this is the thing where you should spend your time. Oh, my mind, please start enjoying your sadhana. Oh, my mind, please start enjoying your study. Never you should have that, oh, one more class, oh, now one more text. If that is the thing, then that means you are not enjoying. Oh, my mind, please do not get such thoughts. Always enjoy your sadhana. Listen more and more. That's what mind should do. That's what Samarth Ramdas Swami is telling here. More points are coming, beautiful verses. We will see in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.